The presentation I did today was looking at the massive changes which are going on in the South African mining industry as it expands out of its historic centres in what was previously defined as white South Africa, gold on the Rand, diamonds in Kimberleys, coal in the former Witbank, into the former homeland areas, which also acted historically as the former labour sending areas for the mining industry and for the secondary industry which had developed around it. And I think the point I was trying to make was that this trend has very much been spearheaded by the platinum mining industry because of the geographical and the historical accident that the bulk of South Africa's platinum reserves, which are by far the largest in the world, happen to fall under two of the former Bantustans, Bophuthatswana, now integrated into the Northwest Province, and Leboa, now integrated into Limpopo Province. And this is particularly true of the Lonmin operation where the Marikana massacre happened. That falls under one of the tribal authority or tribal traditional council territories which previously constituted Bophuthatswana, the Bapa Bamachale traditional authority area. So there's this big shift then, a big socio-spatial shift within mining where instead of workers being sent from those kinds of areas to go and work on the mines and to work on industry, actually mining itself is moving to where rural people live. Rural people living on land which is under regimes of communal tenure and under forms of governance which are still closely linked to traditional authorities or chiefs. And it's the new kinds of social configurations and confrontations and turbulence that this is giving rise to, which was the real topic of my talk today. The two major points were, number one, that really the Marikana Commission of Inquiry was a lost opportunity in the sense that there are massive changes happening within the spatial and social organisation of South African mining, which are exemplified by what's happened with the platinum mining industry and indeed are exemplified by what's happened at Marikana. And this would have been the opportunity to really begin to start thinking about what those changes are, what the trends are and what the implications are economically, politically and socially, and what the policy implications of that is as well. This really wasn't examined at all in any detail, and this is a missed opportunity. The second big point which was being made today was that there are new and very virulent forms of accumulation, rural accumulation and dispossession happening side by side within the rural areas where the mining deposits are located. The dispossession is about the people who live on communal land. They're losing their land rights, very often being displaced by mining, forced removals in some parts of the country on the scale of the worst days of apartheid. And also at the same time, where elites within the countryside, particularly chieftaincies, those claiming to be chiefs or those struggling to become chiefs, are able, by dint of the new powers which are being vested in them by the post-apartheid government, are able to position themselves very favourably indeed within the new mining economy as the recipients of particularly royalties, but increasingly equity shares within the mining companies in the name of the communities which they purport to represent, but actually that wealth not trickling down very, very often. And what we're seeing actually are new forms of elite accumulation emerging out of this, so actually growing inequality and violence within the rural areas where mining is increasingly located.